Alright, so today we're going to go over a really amazing and useful prompt specifically for when you're studying or for academics, where basically this prompt will take your messy notes and then turn it into a single page cheat sheet. So just making it super concise and something that you can utilize to either bring with you or to study from, just to have in a very concise format of a single page. So the prompt looks like this. I'm going to go ahead and paste it. Now, as you can see here, it says, "You are my notes cleaner and cheat sheet builder. Your job is to take my messy notes and turn them into a one-page cheat sheet that's actually useful for studying." So, and then there's a bunch of the other stuff that's you can go through and change if you like, but this prompt is extremely beginner friendly and ready to use, so you can simply copy, paste, hit enter, and you're pretty much good to go. Now, you can get this prompt from the description of the video or the pinned comment. And once you have it, like I said, you copy, paste, hit enter, and then at this point, all you're going to have to do is actually just paste whatever notes you have. And if you don't even have your notes, you can take, like, in terms of like text, you can basically take a picture and upload it the same way. It doesn't make a difference. It just needs to have what you actually wrote down in some sort of format, whether it's a PDF, whether it's in just copy paste text, or an image of the notes themselves. So I'm going to go ahead and upload some of my notes. Actually, I'll just go ahead and paste it like so, and these are just some notes from a typical high school biology, maybe grade 10 class, just to show you guys an example. So it's just some super messy notes, and then it'll ask what subject and level is this. So I'm going to go ahead and say high school, grade 10. And then you just go through these series of questions so that you can, answer for the intake as we see here. What format do you want? I would go ahead and just say balanced. And this prompt is designed in a way so that you're going to actually have to answer these intake questions super quickly so that it can understand exactly what you're doing it for, why you need the cheat sheet to make it as, ideal as possible for your very specific situation. So as you see, while going through the intake questions, it then asks us, so basically, what's the most important to include? Pick up to 3. Definitions, formulas, processes, dates, examples. I went ahead and just said all, and then it says pick up to 3 because it really wants to be concise and keep it to one page. So this is what's great about this prompt, is it'll keep us accountable and make sure that we are clear in what we want with it. So I went ahead and said that works. It recommended what would be best for us given the notes themselves, so it would do the same thing for you guys. Then it asked, do you want practice questions at the end? I went ahead and said yes, but I'd like 5 of them, but you can opt for none if you don't want them. So then it actually goes ahead, after you provide your actual messy notes, it goes ahead and answers the intake questions. It goes ahead and actually creates this cheat sheet for us. So here's the one-page cheat sheet based only on your notes. So then we get the TLDR, the key terms, the core formulas and equations, a step-by-step process, respiration, which is, I guess, part of the notes that I uploaded, most tested points, it goes over those as well, common confusions, and then finally the practice questions and a cleanup report and what was removed, what was unclear, because if you have messy notes, sometimes there'll be things that are unclear, and then finally 3 questions to make it perfect. Do you need this to match a specific teacher's wording? Do you want answers added to the practice questions? And do you want this turned into flashcards too? So these are 3 questions you can go ahead and reply to at the end to get more from this prompt, because like I said, it actually provided us with the cheat sheet, it provided us with the actual practice questions, and then at that point you can actually practice studying with it to do better on whatever exam or whatever it is that you're studying for. So then when replying to these final 3 questions, I went ahead and said, no, I do not need this to match a specific teacher's wording. I said yes, that I want the answers to the practice questions, and I said yes, that I want this turned into flashcards as well. So then you scroll down, and we actually get all of the above. We get the flashcard example, what it removed, and what was unclear. And once again, like I said, this is the entire cheat sheet, and you can follow up with ChatGPT at this point, ask it questions, upload more notes if you need, but at this point it's pretty much done. You have your cheat sheet and you're good to go. So once again, if you guys want to steal this prompt, you can get it from the description of the video or the pinned comment. But beyond that, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and have a nice day.